Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be installing the rear window camera from NextBase into our system. So make sure to hit a subscribe and a thumbs up, and stay tuned. So today we're going to be installing our rear window camera from NextBase. As you guys saw in my previous videos of the installation of the 522 model dash cam and the 622 HD or 4K model dash cam, this actually bolts right on to the unit. So you just run this to the back of the hatch on the inside, not the exterior. This is an interior camera. You run the cable all the way to the front into the actual dash cam, and it plugs right in. That's all we have to do. So let's go ahead and unbox this and get this installed. Here's the rear window camera from NextBase. It's compatible with all the units here, and then also obviously goes off the black window. Here's all the specs. It comes with the actual camera. It comes in with the camera and the cable. So it comes with 6.5 millimeters camera cable. So let's go ahead and open it. That's it. You got your camera lens. You got your cable. You got your cable that plugs directly to here. So if you wanted to, what's neat is if you wanted to remove this or your window breaks or anything like that, all you have to do is unplug it instead of having to remove the whole cable. So that's pretty cool. What I like about it, it's pretty sleek. Obviously, you can see it's the size of the palm of my hand. So it's not large, but it is very sleek, and it's very light too. It has an adhesive tape here, and they actually send you a second adhesive tape here as well. So the only thing we really have to do is run this cable all the way to the front of the vehicle, and then we're going to go ahead and use this looks like a HDMI port, or it might be a micro port or just an HDMI port, and it goes to the side of the front dash cam. So that's it. Plug it, record it, and it'll actually record separate. So I'll go over this, all the tech and all the specs once we go ahead and install it. So time to remove some panels and get this installed. It's a first because we are going to put the camera right above the top of the glass. We're going to go ahead and run our cable from in here into here, and then we're going to drop into this rubber grommet here, and then we're going to drop into the top of the headliner into here. So first thing we're going to have to do is remove this panel and remove this panel so we can run our cable through this rubber grommet and mount our camera here. So let's go ahead and stop popping these panels. Always want to be careful with when you're popping panels, because these are old cars, so sometimes the clips tend to break. And I've done this before plenty of times. I just don't remember how. This one's easy. So that'll give us access to the rubber grommet that we've already used for our other lights, and we can run our cable through here. Yeah. Then now it's removing this panel. By removing this trim around the top of the rear hatch, that'll give us access to this, and we could run our cable in through this. There's already a cable running through here. So what we'll do is we'll put our cable in through the inside, fish it down to here. We'll fish it down to the rubber grommet, then run it down the grommet and then through the headliner, and then around the edge of the top to the front of the dash cam. So I ran the wire through the grommet and now at the top, now through here. So this will attach to the camera here once we get the camera here. I'm gonna pull this in a little bit just so we don't have too much slack. But yeah, this is the cable. Now I'm gonna put this back together here and then run the wire through the inside. This is the best part. Here's the plug that we're going to be using. It's a HD cable or HDMI style cable. Make sure you don't drop this little rubber piece. But what you want to do is take this out. We're going to go ahead and mount our camera there, and then we're going to do is run our cable through the top. Put our cable through, and this should give our back camera power. Connected our back camera, we turn on the unit, and there we go. We have power to the rear. Obviously we haven't mounted it just yet, but you could tell that we could switch back from, oops, we just took a picture. We could see the front, and then we could see the rear from here. So yeah, let's button this up, and then tomorrow I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so it's the next day. We button up the whole thing. Like I mentioned, I went ahead and put one thing that's pretty cool. It's magnetic. That's one neat part of this mount here. I went ahead and centered it up to the vehicle. As you guys can see, the light, the mount right here. What you do is you want to go ahead and put the magnet, obviously put the camera on there, and you want to adjust it up or down, side to side, each way you want to angle it. You can. One thing I did notice from just messing around with it last night, that it makes it very difficult for the rear camera to be seen during the nighttime, just because obviously I have a limo tint window. So that's one restriction that it does have. Let's go ahead and show you what it looks like during the day with the window tint on. I think you can still have access to it, but obviously with no window tint would be a lot better, because then you just have a clear a whole clear screen and no tint to it. But yeah, let's take a look. I'll show you what it looks like. There you have it. This is the main camera here. Obviously if we tilt it down, it'll show the front of the vehicle, but I'm tilting it up just to kind of give you an idea. And then it has a picture in, picture out of the rear camera here. If you want to have access to the rear camera completely, then there you go. There is the rear camera working. It is like I mentioned, it is a little darker than the than the front one, because obviously the windshield is not tinted, but the back side is tinted. But it looks pretty good. Obviously it's going to protect you from any possible accidents, or if you're using this as a security camera, it's going to be great as well. But yeah, looks really good. Super stoked to be using this and see, hopefully not capture anything tragically behind us, right? But at least we know we're safe. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Overall, the whole installation of the rear window camera from NextBase was pretty easy. Even the installation of the dash cam. So if you kind of hesitant on installing the dash cam or even installing the rear window camera, it's not very hard. I think the hardest part is actually running the wiring, which can be kind of tedious, but just take your time. You know, don't break no tabs or nothing like that. It's pretty simple. One wire, well, two wires. The camera wire, it connects it to the longer wire, and it runs all the way across. As you guys saw, it was pretty simple. I didn't have to tear down all the vehicle. Very minimal stuff. But the hardest part is just running the wire through the rubber grommet and making sure that goes through there. Other than that, I mean, the magnetic camera is great. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I captured behind me. Hopefully, like I mentioned, nothing that's gonna endanger me or the safety of others in my vehicle or behind me as well. But yeah, it's always good to have a safety measure nowadays. You know, with such a great product that NextBase has made in the front camera and the rear camera as well. I probably highly suggest it if you want to protect yourself. These are great investments. So if you wanted more information or anything, click on the link below and I'll send you to it. So stay tuned. Hopefully I could do a side-by-side comparison of the front camera and also a video down the line of the rear camera. So stay tuned, keep watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to go support them and support this channel by hitting subscribe and a thumbs up. So stay tuned, keep watching, and yeah, have a good one.